Since moving to Hamilton, a lot of people ask me, is Hamilton still growing or is that over? The truth is, people are still moving here and there are billions of dollars being poured into the city right now. But the question is, will these projects boost home values? Or are these going to push buyers away in the future? So in this video, I break down all the things that are coming to Hamilton and what it means if you're thinking about moving here or if you already live here and are thinking about making a move in the near future. So we'll start with the elephant in the room, the LRT. You've probably heard about it. It's been a bit of an ongoing joke, similar to the Eglinton construction in Toronto. Will it ever actually come to fruition? The goal is a 14-kilometer line running all the way from McMaster on the west to Eastgate on the east end. And on paper, this sounds amazing, right? But where are we at with it in 2026? Because there have been delays, but construction is supposed to ramp up soon. So realistically, we're looking at late 2020s, maybe early 2030s. So in the short term, there may be construction headaches. It's something you need to consider when you're purchasing. But in the long term, there is massive upside to being close to this line. Because anywhere near the LRT, you're going to see more development and more density and more investment moving in eventually. So as you should be thinking when it comes to real estate, you'll need to look at the bigger picture and think long term. Now let's look at another project that has had some controversy surrounding it, and that's the Eastgate Square development. It's not just a mall upgrade. Eastgate Square is a quaint little mall in the east end of Hamilton. And this isn't just going to be an upgrade. This is basically turning that whole area into a mini city. There's supposed to be up to 19 buildings with thousands of units. And again, the transit hub tied right to the LRT. So when you're buying, you have to decide, is that an area that you want to live in? Keeping in mind, in the short term, there's going to be a lot of construction, but in the long term, it will improve property values. So if you're looking in the east end of Hamilton or Stony Creek, this is something you want to keep your eye on. Now, next on my list is the fact that Hamilton is quietly becoming a commuter city. We've got the new Confederation GO station, which is huge for Stony Creek transit line. The Dundas transit line that connects all the way to Toronto. And so more and more people who feel priced out of Toronto and have been considering Hamilton have even more reason to move here with the easier commute that will be coming. This is kind of a big deal, because better transit equals more demand, price stability, and more long-term growth. Now, what about this waterfront transformation? It's pretty exciting. You have the Pier 8 redevelopment, West Harbour upgrades, and the massive Steelport project. Again, these have been delayed and timelines have been shifted multiple times, so we will see. But if it all comes together, Hamilton's waterfront will look very different in the next 10 to 15 years. We're talking walkable communities, restaurants, parks, and waterfront condos. This is the kind of stuff that really changes how a city feels. Now, I know that may not be welcome for all residents, but overall for the city, I think it's probably a good thing. Now, not everything is massive towers and transit. Some of the biggest upgrades that are happening are just making the city feel better to live in. Starting with the new TD Coliseum, which has brought back-to-back major events to Hamilton since it opened. There's also been upgraded community centers in Waterdown, Binbrook, and Winona. And this is stuff that matters to communities more than you may realize, because this is what makes people stay in a city long-term. And there are some other medium-sized projects happening as well, like the Lime Ridge Mall redevelopment. It's not going to be as massive as Eastgate, but still matters. They'll be adding some residential and transit upgrades. There's also the Sir Wilfrid Laurier upgrades, which are well underway. Nothing crazy there, but also just part of the bigger picture. So the bottom line is Hamilton is changing. It's not the same city that it was 5 or 10 years ago, whether you like it or not. Development is happening, transit upgrades, density, all of that is coming. And I understand not all growth is good for every buyer. Some areas will change a lot, but many others will stay the same and keep their charm. So if you are thinking about making a move in the near future, these are all things you're going to want to consider. Where should I be looking? And maybe more importantly, where should I be avoiding? Let me know in the comments how you feel about some of these developments.